What is up, my fellow duelists? Welcome to the channel. I am the Lethal Shinobi, and today I'd like to share with you my Platinum 1 Dragonmaid deck profile. Let's get into it. Alright guys, for those of you that just want the deck profile, here it is up on screen. You can have a look at the way that I was using the deck exactly when I hit Platinum 1. For those of you guys who want to stick around and hear me out, I feel I can provide some value to you in terms of my journey on my way here to this deck profile. I did try out a variety of different engines in this deck and ultimately decided to stick with just the one Dragunity engine. So let me talk about the card by card. First up guys, the deck count is 45 cards. I believe in Master Duel in general, 43 to 45 is a great number. I understand that it hurts the consistency a little bit, but with a combo deck such as this, where you have access to your plays through a variety of different cards, I feel like it's necessary to have this count, especially because of the amount of hand traps that you have to run in Master Duel compared to the TCG. So we are running the Gamma package here, which gives us the 2 Gamma and the Sideframe driver. We have the 2 Maxi. Honestly, if you have a third Maxi, I would play 3. This is definitely one of the most powerful cards in the game at the moment. I'm running 2 Ashes and 1 Ghost Spell. The reason for this is that Ash can be very situational. With slower decks, it can really shut down the plays, but most of the meta decks can play through Ash Blossom, and I just felt like I don't want to see multiples of this in my hand and opted to go for the Ghost Spell for the third card. The reason for Ghost Spell is that cards like Call by the Grave really hurt this deck, especially in terms of your spheres play. So Ghost Spell was a nice addition and has come in handy for me quite a few times during my duels. Next up for the hand traps guys, we have Nibiru. Nibiru could be very situational, and I've been debating whether to cut this card or not. I ended up running just 1 copy in the last iteration of this deck, but I would say feel free to switch it out for whatever you would like. One thing that I want you guys to bear in mind is that I really try to condense this deck as much as possible. I run a 50 card version, a 60 card version, a 40 card version, and honestly for consistency purposes I've stuck to 45. I'm running only 1 Black Metal Dragon. You only really want to see this once and resolve it once, as we're only running 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. We've got the 1 Mist Valley Baby Rock. This is a necessary combo piece for the Dragunity engine. Next we have 1 Nurse. Nurse really enables you to get more bodies on the board to go into those Link 4 plays. Because we have the ability to add and discard dragons with Guy Durg, it's not so bad seeing Nurse in your opening hand. Next we have the 3 Remus. This card is an absolute necessity and really starts your play. Seeing Remus in your open hand will allow you to have full combo if it goes uninterrupted. Next we have the 3 Parlor Dragonmaid, which is your Foolish Burial for your Dragonmaid cards. Next we're playing the 1 Blackwing Zephyros. Originally I wasn't playing Zephyros in the deck, but the more and more I played, I realized that if you do not open with an additional extender or a normal summon, Zephyros allows you to go into a full combo just with the Dragunity engine. We're running 3 Chamber Dragonmaid. It allows you to add any Dragonmaid spell or trap from the deck to the hand. Next up we have 2 combo pieces required for the Dragunity engine. One is the Legatus, which can special summon itself to the field if you control a Dragon Ravine or another Dragunity monster. The second card we have is Dragunity Armor Mistletoe. Mistletoe allows us to abuse Guy Durg's effect more than once during our combo. Next we have the 1 Dragonmaid Lorpa. I ended up cutting the level 7 dragon, which is Dragonmaid Ernest. Next we have the Red Eyes Darkness Metal, which we already discussed. Last for the Dragunity monsters, we're running the 1 Dragunity Armogram. This card can really come in clutch and I believe is a necessary piece. First of all, it can give you an extra body on the board by banishing 2 dragon or wing beast type monsters from the graveyard. Secondly, it has an on-field effect where it can negate 1 monster effect on the field and can also make it lose 1000 attack for every equipped spell you control. He also has another effect where when you destroy an opponent's monster by battle and is sent to the graveyard, you can equip it to Armogram. This is really helpful in Eldritch matchups, for example, where you can equip the Golden Lord to the Armogram, removing that resource from your opponent. Next up guys, for the spells, we're running the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. This is absolutely necessary. One of this deck's greatest weaknesses is back row, especially with floodgates. Harpy's Feather Duster can just allow us to clear the board sometimes when going second and allow us to continue our plays. 1 Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial, I chose to run this because having the ability to dump any dragon to the graveyard that you require, whether that be the Armogram, a Dragonmaid, any of your other combo pieces, can really push your plays forward. Next up guys, we run 2 Dragonmaid Hospitality. I was running 3 at one point but found it to be cloggy. You don't really need to resolve this card that many times, especially because we only run the 1 big dragon. Next up guys, we have the 1 Changeover. I think this card is great at 1. It doesn't need to be at 2. If you feel a bit edgy because your opponent can have DD Crow or something to remove this from the graveyard, go ahead and run 2, but from my testing, it's not been necessary. Next we have the Dragunity Glow. Dragunity Glow allows you to add 1 level 5 or higher Dragunity monster. Normally, your target always for this will be the Mistletoe unless you draw it, in which case you can also grab the Armogram. This card also has a graveyard effect where you can banish it from the graveyard and then special summon 1 Dragunity monster that is equipped as an equip spell on your field. Next we have 2 Dragon Ravine. You could possibly run this at 3, but I think only 2 is necessary. Next up we have 1 World Legacy Guard Dragon. I think this card at 1 is good enough. It allows you to extend your play sometimes and also has some unique interactions with the Heavenly Spheres. If your opponent decides to Raigeki you or Lightning Storm you, having the World Legacy Guard Dragon on the field allows you to at least bounce this card back to your hand so you have it to use on your next turn. Next up guys, we're running the 2 Cosmic Cyclone. This can be Twin Twisters, Mystical Space Typhoon, anything really that you would like. I opted to use Cosmic Cyclone as many of the spells and traps nowadays have graveyard effects. This allows us to remove the card totally from play, possibly getting additional benefits from it. As the current meta stands right now, I believe that you do definitely need at least 3 back row removal cards. Next up guys, we have 2 Caught by the Grave. For the last 2 spell guys, we have Forbidden Droplets. It's the only 2 I had. You can run more if you want, and this card has really come in clutch sometimes. For the last 3 guys, we run 3 Dragonmaid Tidying. Tidying is an incredible card. Not only does it allow you to bounce 1 card on the field back to your opponent's hand, it's the graveyard effect that really gets our plays going. Banishing it from the graveyard allows you to summon any Dragonmaid monster in defense position. This includes your Shao and your House Dragonmaid. Alright guys, moving on to the extra deck. We have the 1 House Dragonmaid and the 1 Dragonmaid Shao. There's nothing really to say here. Shao is a negate and requires House Dragonmaid to be able to do that. Next up we have Guidurg. Guidurg allows us to add 1 level 4 or lower dragon or winged beast from the deck to the hand, and then we have to discard 1. This is the card that the Dragunity engine is able to abuse so that we're able to set up our graveyard. Next we have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. I believe this card is necessary in the deck. On the turn that you open up Remus and Cypher Gear Gamma, when you discard Remus to add Dragon Ravine, if your opponent has Ash Blossom, you can use Gamma on your turn, allowing you to add Crystal Wing to the field, as well as your Borrowload Savage Dragon, Shao and Spheres. Next up guys, we have the Chaos Ruler. On some turns, you may open up a hand where you cannot extend the full way. In some situations, you can go into the Chaos Ruler to mill 5 cards, possibly add 1 to your hand and really extend your plays forward. We run the 1 Hieratic Dragon King of a Tomb. The 2 level 6s we use to make a tomb is the Guidurg and the Mistleton, as we have them on the field at the same time at one point, and this will allow us to special summon from the deck. The usual target for this is actually the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, in which case you can summon Guidurg again from the graveyard and use his effect for the 3rd time. We have the 1 Guard Dragon Pisty, the 1 Striker Dragon, and the 1 Twin Triangle Dragon. We run the 1 Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. Because of the way that our turn 1 combo is, we run through most of our cards in our first turn play. The seals is only really there to special summon the nurse from the deck, or on many occasions you can go directly for one of the other Dragon Maids that you haven't managed to resolve. We have the 1 Romulus. Romulus is a combo piece that is required. Making this allows you to gain access to either your Dragon's Ravine, or most of the time we want to go for the Dragunity Glow. Moving on guys, to be honest, you do not need the Masquerena and the Access Code Talker. I personally chose to keep them there. On a turn where you do not activate Remus, as Remus locks us into summoning dragons from the extra deck, you can go into Masquerena and then link climb into Borrowed Sword Dragon, which gives you a monster which cannot be destroyed by a battle or card effect. You can even make the Access Code Talker indestructible, which can come in clutch sometimes. You can switch these 2 cards out for anything that you like, maybe an extra House Dragonmaid, as sometimes guys in the duels I do realize that the 2nd House Dragonmaid was necessary in the extra deck, as if your opponent removes House Dragonmaid from the field, you have to commit your resources to get her back into the extra deck so that you can use the negate with Shao. Alright guys, so that's the actual main deck that I've been using in ranked play. I exclusively use this deck and reached Platinum 1, so it is definitely possible. I'm going to have some live gameplay for you here. I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to discuss the Chaos and the Rocket variants of the deck, as well as go through the original Dragonmaid deck profile. If you enjoy the content, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. As always, I wish you all a blessed day and I will catch you in the next one. We've opened up Remus, but no other extender. This is gonna be a be all end all. Here we go. We're gonna activate Remus. We do have the Call by the Grave, which we're gonna absolutely need. Ooh, we can actually summon this. This is why I love Gamma. Come on, we'll summon you in defense, and summon you in defense, and then resolve the Remus. So we're going to add the Dragon V. The only problem that I have at the moment is what am I supposed to pitch for the Ravine? If we want to continue the combo, we can't give up the Glow because we need that. The Forbidden Droplets, I think, has to go if we want to continue our play. So we're going to send the Droplets to the grave. Normally that's such a powerful card that I wouldn't even entertain doing that, but we have no... If we opened up a single other dragon, we would have been able to do it. So we're going to summon Legatus to the field. And we're going to summon the Remus, and then we're going to go into Guidurg. Sorry, add the Baby Rock, discard the Baby Rock, then summon. So where are you, Baby Rock? There you are. Because if I sent something else to the grave, I would have no way to special summon it to the field, and I wouldn't have that material. So we're gonna summon the baby rock, and then we are going to special summon Romulus with these two and activate the effect. And then we can just add the ravine. Normally at this point we would add the Dragunity glow, guys, but we've already got it in our hand. So this time I'm gonna make sure I do not misclick. Okay, so we want to add the Mistleton, not the Guide. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to special summon the Mistleton by sending you to the grave. And if my opponent's got Nibiru, I'm a bit screwed. Select the cards to target. We're going to equip the Guide. I think just to be safe, now that we've got a link monster in the graveyard, before I do that, I'm going to summon Savage Dragon using you and you. And let's just get you on the field here. So we got an Omni Negate now, just in case. Unless he Nibiru's me right now. And that would be sad. We're going to go ahead and equip the Romulus to the Savage Dragon. And here, we can continue our plays from here. So we're going to activate the Dragunity glow in the graveyard. Banishing it to unequip this and special summon it. And now we can actually get our Dragonmaid engine going. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I think we'll go for the chamber just so that we have some plays on the next turn. And then we'll discard the chamber. Because now, guys, we got a Hieratic King of a Tomb. Will allow us to summon, special summon from the deck. And we're going to summon a nurse. Just give us some free materials. We're going to unequip the Guide. You see, I could go for Red MD, then go for Guide again. That doesn't get me anywhere because, again, I'd have to add and discard and have no way to summon him. So I think it's better here to just go for the nurse. Nurse is going to activate summoning the chamber. And if I had some Sara in the grave or something, I could have added the changeover instead. But instead, we're going to go for... Just want to make sure I don't have those options. No, I don't. So we can go for a bounce. I think at this point, we're going to go for spheres. We'll use you and you. Normally, you would use the Atem and something else, but this will allow us to summon Parlor from the grave, from the deck anyway. We're going to set 2. And this is our board. So we got a bounce, we got a negate, we got call by the grave, and then we got another bounce with tidying. I think it's quite a decent board, guys, compared to what Dragonmaids by themselves do. This is like power level over 9,000. You know, let's see what my opponent's playing. You Phantom Knights. Yuck. Yeah. No thanks. Go for it. I don't really know where to interrupt. I know that you have to interrupt the Rusty. I do have the call by the grave for one of the things, but I'm not committing to a bounce or anything right now until I'm threatened in some way. Cherubini of the Burning Abyss. Let's go ahead and bounce you. This works because if he's got called by the grave, at least I've got this Omni Negate for it. And guys, the amount of times I've been called by the grave and just lost the duel instantly is just ridiculous. I don't know about call by the grave being at 2 as well, because somebody has used it twice on me in the same turn. They call by the grave, I ghost spelled, and then they call by the grave again. We're not going to chain to it. We're going to return this. And I believe if this card is blah blah blah, you can banish this card, add 1 Phantom Knights card from the deck to the hand. And what's the other one? The thing. You can banish this, add 1 Phantom Knight spell and trap from the deck. Okay, let's do this. And I want to get rid of you. Ooh, did someone just rage quit? Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't know if he's rage quit or just had some sort of network error, but there we go. GG's. Very oppressive, guys, as you can see. This connection failed, but yeah. And we rank up. We're in Platinum Tier 4. Fantastic. This is a really bad hand. This is a really bad hand. Wow. What do you even do with this hand? Alright. We're going to go ahead and set. I think the game wants me to lose here. Come on, please be Eldritch, please be Eldritch, please be Eldritch. I could just use Hoppy's Feather Duster and just get rid of it. And then, actually thinking about it, this hand would really be a problem for Eldritch. Cosmic Cyclone and the Call by the Grave. Come on, set 5 pass. Yeah, he's thinking about something. He's creating a master plan. Have you ever played against an opponent? You know, I was actually talking to one of my friends the other day about this. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is a game that still gets your heart pumping. I don't know if you guys feel the same thing. He's gonna maybe he's bricked as well, but sometimes it can really, when you're having an intense duel, you know, what the hell was that? Threatening roar. Interesting. Okay, we have some sort of play. Okay, let's go ahead and activate Remus. We're going to try and get that Dragon Ravine. The thing is, okay, we got it. So he doesn't have interruption there. We're going to activate the Ravine. We're going to have to ditch the Harpy's Feather Duster because if you ditch the Baby Rock off this, right, it says you can discard one card, then activate one of these effects, okay? So this requires when it's sent from the hand to the graveyard for it to activate. So this will miss timing because sending this to the grave was not the last thing that happens in the chain. The adding to the hand is. So we would effectively not be able to summon this at all, and that would be a waste. So let's go ahead and activate this. We're going to add a Dragunity monster, and we're going to have to ditch the Harpy's Feather Duster. We're going to add the Legatus to our hand. We're going to activate Legatus' effect to special summon because we control Dragon Ravine. And then we'll activate Remus's effect in Grave because we control a Dragunity monster. And now we can actually activate Guidurg. Oh no, summon that Guidurg, sorry. And now we can actually swap cards out. With Guidurg's effect, because it's sent to the grave, we can get the effect of Baby Rock. So we're going to activate. And what's the great thing about this, guys, is, you know, we can actually really start our plays going because we can add our Dragonmaids. And we're going to ditch the Baby Rock. Yes, we would activate his effect. And we'll summon this. And what we'll do is we'll flip this. And this will allow us to go into Romulus. With you and you. And now I think we can really go for an extended play without even normal summoning, guys. We still can normal summon Chamber. We're going to add the Dragunity Glow. I'm going to activate the Glow. And going to get the Mistleton from the deck to the hand. Well, we're going to special summon this by sending the Romulus to the graveyard. And then activate his effect to equip Guidurg to him. And we're going to banish from grave our Glow to special summon him again. And we're going to activate his effect. And this time what we can add is we can add the Nurse. Or in fact, let's add the Parlor. And we're going to send the Parlor. Okay, and then here what we can do is a few things, but I think we'll go for the Tomb, sorry, and then activate a Tomb's effect, detaching the Guidurg to special summon the Red MD, activate Red MD's effect, and that's going to special summon the Guidurg again, and again we can activate his effect. Now summon, yeah, let's summon our Savage Dragon using you and you. I think this is game over for him, really, but let's see. Activate his effect, because we haven't used our Chamber Dragonmaid yet as well. Don't forget that. We're gonna go ahead and normal summon, activate the effect of Chamber. Chamber's gonna add us the Hospitality. Gonna activate the effect, and we're gonna summon the Parlor. We're gonna send a Lorpar to the grave. And because we don't have the second big dragon, guys, we can just activate her effect. We're gonna send the Fusion. Using the Fusion, we are going to bounce. Let's bounce the Chamber back to our hands. And then we're going to activate this. And we're going to summon Sheo. We're going to use the Chamber in our hands. And we're going to use the Red MD. We don't need to. So let's go into the battle phase. I think getting rid of that threatening roar was great with the Cosmic Cyclone. There we go. We're going to summon our big dragon. And... no, what am I doing? Let's go ahead for the attack. Didn't know what it was, but it's fine. He's going to have Witch of the Black Forest. I'm going to activate Sheo. Just because we get another 3k beat stick on the board here. And we're going to attack for 3. I could have used Call by the Grave, but it's fine. Attack for 27. And this is game. That's how quick it can be over. Well, when I say quick, so I had 260. What did it take me? About 3 to 4 minutes to do that. But we went from a bad hand to drawing one card, guys, and literally took that duel. It also didn't help that my opponent bricked there, I guess, so that's luck. But we're on a current win streak of 6. Let's see if we can get to 10 before I need to go. We've opened up Parlor, Chamber, 2 Hospitalities, and a Tidying. We're going to normal summon Chamber. Activate the effect. We'll add the changeover. And we'll activate Hospitality. We're going to get Max Seed, which is not good. Is not good. But we'll send Lorpar to the grave here, and I think we're just going to end by sending... I'm going to send the Tidying just in case we get wrecked by something here, and unfortunately I have to give him another draw. You can have... Is it worth the interruption? I don't think it is. Let's see what we can do with just this. I don't want to give him an extra card. It would have given us a bounce and we would have been able to summon from the deck and whatever else. This gives us at least... doesn't give him an extra card, that's for one. And it still allows us to maybe recur these resources in the battle phase. And we've also got a bounce here. Or, indeed, we have a special summon. He's going to Harpy's Feather Duster. It's fine with me. I never get upset when they destroy the Tidying because, yeah, okay, they get rid of the interruption. But also, if they manage to clean my board somehow, during the battle phase, I'll always use Tidying to summon. He's going to activate Pot of Desires. We can't really do anything there. It's going to give him 2 extra cards. Has he bricked that hard that he's having to dig? But let's see. My opponent's going to activate Hornet Drones. We don't have a response for that. We can't really do anything. We're going to let our opponent continue their plays. Maxi in the TCG, for example, is banned. I think it's a healthy, like a good card. It is a little bit of a turn ender, like you saw that he Maxi'd me, and even me just, you know, giving him an extra card was a no. So it did stop my plays. I do think the reason why Maxi right now is different to what it was back then is you have counters for it. Ash Blossom is one great example. If they've got a Maxi and you've got an Ash, there's counterplay to it. Before, when it was legal, you couldn't do anything. If your opponent had Maxi, there was no way to negate it. There was no call by the grave. There was no nothing. You know, what was he doing? I can't declare an attack or something. Once per turn, banish it until my opponent's next end phase. Okay. But yeah, there was no counterplay to Maxi, so I'm on that fence where I think Maxi is okay in the game, you know. It's okay. It's other cards that I don't like Rongo Miniad. I don't know if you know what that is. That's a card that literally says you cannot normal summon, special summon, you cannot declare an attack, you can't play a card. It's just stupid. He's gonna normal... My days, he's going for Halki Fibrax. I believe he's gonna go for Access Code Talker. So it is from Halki Fibrax into Celine, and then Celine into... This is gonna special summon, yep, the Effect Veiler back to the field. And now we're gonna see the Access Code Talker. There we go. It's going to have 5,300 attack. We'll be able to protect ourselves this turn, but we're going to have to put this on. It's going to banish one to destroy. And here, guys, we're going to wait for him to get to the start of the battle phase, okay? So to activate our effect, so he can't pop again. So it's the end of the main phase. Now it's the start of the battle phase. Here's where we want to activate our Tidying. Hopefully he doesn't have some sort of counter for this. Does he have Ghost Bell? Okay, he's going to banish... Or he's going to summon, he's got 3 or more spells in grave. No, he's going to banish it. Okay, we can at least protect ourselves, I guess. We need to draw a dragon. We need to draw a normal summon for this to work. Come on. Oh man, that don't work for me, man. That don't work at all whatsoever. We've got 1 or 2 plays, guys. Okay. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it in a really awkward way. So we're going to activate Hospitality. Hospitality is going to summon Parlor from the grave. Lorpar, sorry. And Lorpar's going to... The Hospitality is going to allow us to dump the Parlor. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to activate the Tidying. Banishing that from the graveyard. And we're going to special summon the Parlor. and activate her effect to send. And at this point, I think we're going to send another tiding just for next turn. Okay. At this point, let's change over. Wow. Okay. I made a little bit of a mistake there. I think I should have linked summoned first. But I think if we do this still kind of works, I guess. I don't think so. We don't have enough to banish for the armogram. When you got one dragon. Right, let's go battle phase. And the only thing I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to bring this back to my hand. I think the second mistake I made, right, is I should have made the House Dragonmaid, because I would have been able to bounce and then pop something on the field, which is it's unfortunate, but we cannot attack over 53, that's for sure. Do we want to activate? No, we do not. All I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. And I believe I'm going to go into a spheres play. No, let's play it safe. Let's get this 5,300 beat stick off the field, because also he's going to be able to pop stuff on the next turn. So I don't want him to be able to do that. So let's end our turn here. And Zeke is going to bring back our Parlor, which is fine. In the draw phase, I want to get this off, so we're gonna, in the draw phase, we're just gonna activate. Guys, if you didn't know, if you change your toggle to on, you can actually activate cards in your draw phase and in the standby phase. So I just want to get rid of that before it gets to the main phase and he can start popping cards, etc. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use Spheres' effect, sorry, to special summon the chamber. Since we would have summoned the chamber would have added, and we would have snowballed from there, really. But that's going to be GG's to my opponent there. I don't know what he was doing before in terms of the Sky Striker cards. It was a bit weird that he went for that play. But considering I only had... What did I have? I had Parlor and Chamber on the field with one dragon in the grave. So I don't know why he decided to go for like access. Not a great hand, guys. Not a great hand. Let's see what we can do here. We do have a play. It's just... Let's see. If we get interrupted, we're a bit screwed. So we're going to activate this to add the Remus to our hand. Let's pitch the Samsara Dragon. He doesn't have an interruption, fine. So we're going to add the Remus. We're going to do this all again. If he doesn't have any interruptions, it's a little bit sad for him. So we're going to activate Remus's effect. That's going to give us the Dragon Ravine. And in this case, unfortunately, we're actually going to have to activate the second copy of the Dragon Ravine and activate its effect to add the Legatus from the deck to our hand. And we're going to pitch the Tidying, because pitching Tidying is not bad at all. We're going to add the Legatus to our hand, and guys, you've seen it in the last one, we're going to activate his effect to special summon to the field. We're going to summon Remus from the grave. Let's go ahead, we're going to special summon to Guidurg for the first time. Oh yeah, I can definitely extend. So let's activate this effect and let's swap out our Dragonmaid. So what we're going to do is we will add the Nurse and we're going to pitch the Parlor, because we can normal summon this and get, you know, some extra advantage of it. So at this point, I think I will commit to my normal summon, activate her effect, and we're going to summon the Parlor. Just thinking whether to send the Chamber Dragonmaid or should I send the changeover. I believe at this point, since we've got the Tiding in the grave, I am going to send the Chamber because we can special summon her after. But let's continue our play. We need to go into Romulus at this point, using you, and it doesn't matter which one, to be honest. Romulus is going to let us add the Dragunity Glow. And we're just going to do the whole thing again, guys. Glow's going to activate. We're going to attach the Guidurg. No! No, that was just stupid. That was absolutely stupid. I was supposed to add the Mistleton. I just really screwed myself and potentially have lost the game because of that. Absolutely ridiculous. All we can do now is add follow-up play, I guess. We'll add the tidying. Oh, that's the second or third time I've made that mistake. We can go for spheres here. I believe this is the only thing we can do. Probably serves me right, but there we go. We're gonna set this and then pass over to my opponent. That one mistake just really ruined the entire thing. We can't even use the rest of the Dragunity engine anymore, which is also sad because it is only a first turn play, I guess. Monarchs. What did that say? Once per turn, if you attribute a monster, you can attribute one monster your opponent controls. Right. Tribute summon one true king. No thanks. We're gonna activate spheres. We're gonna tribute spheres. Let's just bounce this back to his hand. I didn't read if it was a once per turn clause, actually. That was stupid. But this will let us special summon from the deck, and I think at the moment we have no big dragons in the grave, so we're gonna summon Parlor to the field. Activate her effect. And we're going to have to send a big dragon. So we send you. We've got one bounce and we've got an Ash Blossom. Not as great as it could have been, guys, but there you go. He's going to go ahead and tribute my Parlor. Summoning this Wasteman. True Draco Heritage. Okay. Set 1. Set 2. And he's going to end. Just trying to think, is one of these face down cards going to be a problem, or is this guy going to be a problem during your main phase? Okay, so that's not really a threat at the moment. We're going to go ahead and activate this to send this back to my hand, and I think we'll just get rid of one of his face downs. It's going to let him add, I believe. We're just going to ash that. Stop his recursion play. We have very limited plays at the moment. We have one-ish play. But there we go. Draw for turn. And we draw the Mistletoe. Why do you haunt me? Alright, well, we got the Samsara Dragon, the Tidying. Okay, interesting. Summon. Activate the effect. Let's try bait it out, because the Tidying in the grave, we can summon the Nurse to summon the Chamber, adding the Changeover, and then this guy is a level 5 or higher, so we can summon Sheo. He's going to chain to add to his hand. Do we want to chain to this? Not really. True King's Return. Okay, so you can summon another True Draco. Let's go ahead and let's send a changeover. We're going to activate this. Bounce this. There are a few actual plays that Samsara Dragon really works for us as well, because we can potentially add the Law Part to negate this, but he's already used his effect. Maybe not. We can get Sheo onto the field first is what I'm thinking. It at least gives us a negate. Because here he can tribute summon, but neither player can special summon monsters. This guy, Nurse would start on a different chain, so I can't summon Nurse. I'm hoping he tributes summon because there's something sent from the field to the grave, so we're gonna add the. It's gonna have to be this. Floodgate cards, man. What can you do? Well, let's activate Dragon's Ravine to send another dragon to the grave. We'll get rid of the Mistletoe. I just need him to activate an effect. We need to figure out how to get over 2500. All of these cards are pretty much useless. Let's send him just in case. No point using that right now. Sent from the deck or the field to the grave or destroy this card. We're a little bit stuck. So I guess we can't do anything. We'll have to pass turn. I believe we've lost. I'm not sure how the deck works. Yeah, he's going to keep hitting me for 25, I guess. Why not? Come on, can we draw Harpies further? We do have outs there. We got Cosmic Cyclone, we got Twin Twisters. But he's gonna set 2 and pass. Okay, we drew the Gamma. We can't special summon, so it wouldn't even work anyway. So sad. Well, let's go ahead and activate the Samsara Dragon. And we can add the Lorpa. I believe this was my last tidying. Yeah, this is my last tidying. So, such an oppressive deck, guys. I do not like playing this fucking thing. Let's see. That frees us for 1 turn, but I don't know where can we go from here is the question. And activate or add it to your hand. Let's just negate this. I'm gonna chain the response, fine. Because we can do this now. That your stupid floodgate card is not there. Probably gonna have Ash. No, he's not gonna have Ash. So we can summon you in... Well, it's my turn actually. Why don't I summon these in attack mode? Still attack with them. There we go. And get you out of here, please. Alright, we've got rid of that. We can summon the Armogram. Let's do that. Let's banish Romulus. We don't need... Oh, we don't need the Legatus actually. Oh, we don't need the Spheres. Go ahead and get rid of you two. And we shall summon Armogram to the field. We still got plays. We still got 1 play. Saying that. We summon Nurse. Yeah, fine. We're going to activate Hospitality. Trying to avoid those columns. Just in case they're infinite impermanence. But we're going to summon a Nurse from the grave. That will let us dump the Ernest from the deck to the graveyard. And also summon the Parlor. Because he negated the... So we're going to summon you. Please. Thank you very much. We'll send the Ernest. And then we'll activate your effect. And then I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get Sheo on the field. Just so we've got a negate. Summon you in defense. Activate the effect. I don't think we've got anything interesting to send to the graveyard. It's probably a chamber. Yeah. We can send a chamber for fun. Now here's where it gets interesting. We can go into a Savage Dragon, why not? We'll use the Gamma and the Cyframe Driver because they're free. Come on, if you've got interruption, you're going to need to do it now, mate. Maybe I should have done it the other way around, but then I would have had to give up a material on the board. Or indeed, I would have had to give up the Armogram. And you know what? He's a decent beat stick, but we're going to equip him with Savage Dragon over here. There we go. We've got 1 Omni Negate on the field. And yeah, let's go ahead and activate you. And we can bounce Nurse. And we're going to use the Nurse and the Parlor. What if he doesn't have an interruption here? So getting rid of just one card, getting rid of that Vanity's Emptiness really opened up the field for us. So we're going to go ahead and activate Changeover. Let's get Sheo out. I'll give up the Armogram for it's fine. We're going to use the what was it? The Nurse, and we use the Armogram, not the Savage Dragon, obviously. And we got Sheo on the field. Beautiful. I could still extend with the Dragon Ravine. Let's go ahead and activate this because I'm going to get this Parlor back to the head anyway. We're going to send a card from the deck to the grave, and we'll ditch the Parlor from our hand. I don't know what these are. If it was Solemn Judgment or something, I believe he would obviously use them. Solemn Strikes. I'm not familiar with the other Draco cards. Opponent's thinking. We managed to get ourselves out of a real problem there. We're going to send the Remus just because we can summon him at one point if we wanted to. Let's go into battle phase. And we are going to activate the effect of Parlor. Add her back to our hand. Or return her to our hand, sorry. And then a special summon from the grave. He's going to activate... yeah, why not? I'm gonna negate him. We've still got to negate. I didn't want to get rid of Sheo there just yet because he might have something in the battle phase, which will allow me to summon House and then attack for another 3k as well. There we go. Draco Apocalypse. You can target one of the True King, destroy it, and if you do, the attack and defense of all face on it becomes half. No, thank you. We'll go ahead and negate you. I believe, does that have a graveyard effect as well? Should have read that. We summon the House Dragonmaid. And now we are vulnerable, so let's go ahead and attack with you. Attack with the Savage Dragon. I believe we're just short, are we? No, this is game. This is game. Guys, we pulled it back from absolutely getting locked out of the game to winning against True Dracos. And you know, I'm so happy about that. Oh, God. That is incredible. That was what I call a duel. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like the content, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. The Discord link is in the description below if you'd like to join. I'll be back with some more Master Duel content. Until then, I wish you all a blessed day and I will catch you in the next one.